back with another video, and this, I promise, will be the longest running series on my channel, as I now have a history of not finishing them. And today, you've already read the title, you already know who we're playing as. It's not Kazakhstan, but Chechnya. Chechnya is at war with Russia as of right now, and we'll be becoming a Russian puppet, and we'll be doing some things. Let's get right into it, shall we? And like I said, this will be the longest running series on my channel, so that means we will become the sole superpower. The superpower of Chechnya. Yes, I know, you're asking, hey, what do you mean by sole superpower? Chechnya doesn't have a focus tree. Well, they do. With the new update to Hearts of Iron IV Millennium Dawn, Chechnya actually now has a focus tree. They updated the Azerbaijani, Georgian, and all these stands here, like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, all these stand countries here in Central Asia. They now have a shared but different focus tree than the rest. And Kazakhstan actually has the most diverse one, as they have a whole entire section that is completely different than the rest. So, we're going to be playing as Chechnya. And how are we going to start off this campaign? By losing our first war right away. We're not fighting the Russians because we do not need to lose any more manpower than what we already get out of the 1 million. It's not letting me click around. It's actually kind of broken. There we go. About 1 million manpower. But you're now asking yourself, won't they just lose the game? No. They just puppet you anyway. So, we do not pick a national focus. We will not be choosing research because we'll technically become a different country, so it would just set us all back. So we'll just get right into it because we genuinely have to do nothing. We just have to have them walk right into our states. I'm not fighting them. I'm just going to let them take our states. I would prefer not to fight them. I'm going to let them walk right on in. And right now. Okay, see, now we're a puppet, but all this stuff just reset. And now we have access. Chechnya has capitulated, that's fine. Now we have access to the Chechen focus tree. So I've already played through a little bit of Chechnya, just to get a feel for it. And it seems like you got to complete this side of the focus tree to become independent. And then you pretty much unlock this side of the focus tree, which you get to, like, attack people and, you know, the classic things that you would do as Chechnya is, you know, invade Georgia, have Russia invade some certain places. I don't know. But we are establishing a loyal government. That's just going to complete right away because of our time that we saved up. We'll be doing microprocessors and 2G. We'll be getting the internet pretty much. And we'll be just creating small arms. Except for just run the game, we're going to be running at 5. There we go. Establish a loyal government. We need a loyal people and colleagues of the government to create a stable and prosperous republic. And I'm just now realizing you guys probably cannot hear the volume. There we go. Sorry about that. And we will now be solving the religious issue. This here is going to give us 5 stability and 10 opinion for the Islamic Ummah, which that's just our religion. And that would give us more stability, more population, more political power, more education. Hopefully less education cost. I don't know. Let's see. It's a 49-day focus. So my plan here is to go down. So Ramazan Kadyrov. Let me know if I'm saying that wrong. And down in the comments. And while you're down in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe, as I would like to get to 50 by the end of February. So this dude takes control over Chechnya. We just get 2 stability. It's this dude right here. Putin's friend. So, you know, Russia is actually going to be sticking with Vladimir Putin. The national focus has been complete. Solve the religious issues. So, like I said, that's just going to give us plus 10 to the, uh, what are these called? Internal factions. Yeah, so education does, cost multiplier does go down. And we are running a deficit of 0.030. But that will be fixed with this right here, where we can get plus 2 oil, plus 2 oil. We'll be getting a unit. We can get plus 0.07 power. And speaking of power, the new energy mechanic, we're not using any of our energy that we're creating. So we're just going to sell a ton of it. We're just going to sell some of it because we're not using it. So we're actually going to cut that down to 0.027 billion. That's about 27 million, I think. I don't know for sure. But whatever. So let's pick out a focus. We will be strengthening ties with Moscow, so we can at least get that oil right away. I mean, we will have to be taking out a $3 billion loan, so we are able to take that out. And right now, we are working on gaining political power to lower our corruption so we can make more money. If we can start making money, then we do an internal like we do an external investment in like Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan or in Russia itself, so that then we can start making money off that investment and have it pay itself off over time. Because right now we're not making anything, and I'm going to keep the tax rates as they are. But when we can start boosting up our productivity and our economy and of our factories, it's like a snowball effect. We'll get more money and we can start spending that money to get more money. So for Chechnya, you're playing a money game. So it's a lot of waiting, a lot of not doing anything really in this first episode. So that's why it's going to be more jump cutty, a lot more breaks. So I hope you guys can understand. Well, this election, and now they want a trade agreement. I mean, they already have full control over us. I mean, we have 0.05 independence. Kazakhstan wants a trade agreement now, see? So now that would actually open up opportunities of investments into Chechnya. So hopefully we can at least get lucky with Russian or Kazakhstan. So we just strengthened ties with Moscow. So now we're going to take out... Okay, see, so with the strengthened ties in Moscow, we have 5 billion to our treasury. So now, for 56 days, we're going to get 2 oil, and we will be moving the mixed economy down to export. So we at least have our oil, but we're also selling it as well at the same time. Because if you go right down to globalized trade economy, you don't get any of your oil. But if you just go down to export, you still get some of it, so you're not running a deficit, and your factories and your production can stay the same. It's very confusing on how the economy system works. So I will link down a video of a different creator who's a lot more popular than me, who explains the entire system and how to run it and what's the best. And with that being said, Maoists claim victory in Nepal. I told you guys this happened last time. The Maoists do it again. Interesting proposal. We are not doing that, as 25% of next to nothing is nothing. You're not really going to get, like, those corruption things. I wouldn't be taking until you're actually, like, spending on this kind of stuff. Like, you're not spending anything on it, so what are you going to get? 0.001 more, $1 more billion? Like, it's not worth it. Kyrgyzstan. So the more trade agreements that we can get, the better, because then that actually opens up our doors to these places for hopeful investments. Like, that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for an investment opportunity. Like, right now, if I wanted to, we could take out $2 billion, invest in an infrastructure project somewhere, and start making international investment money. I don't know if I'll do that yet. we actually might just do that, see how much this 2 oil can actually get us, and then see from there if I'll be willing to take out that investment. Because we actually need to save up a lot of money so that then we're able to get the civilian factory here, and then the civilian factory here, and then the office sector, and then fossil fuel plant here. Boom. Perfect. Stock market boom. Exactly what we wanted. So that's great, because if we say keep up the boom, we don't know, the crash could be even worse. So I normally just say great, so I'm always on that safe side, because I don't want it to really fail, especially when your economy is on the fringe like this, where even with a fast growth and that increase, it doesn't do anything for your economy. So that's one thing that you don't want to do. You never want to, in my opinion, when you're playing a small country, pick the top option, because you don't want your crash to be so bad that you can't dig yourself out of that hole. So boom, 2 oil are now in our states. Gonna see if we can move down to export economy. We're gonna see if we can start making just a little bit of money off of this here soon. Probably just have to let it tick by a day. But see here, now we need to create the Karadov police regiment. So we actually have to go down here, down to this focus here, so that we are able to get the next 2. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to work down our way here so we can get to this focus, then this focus, then we do this focus, and then hopefully by the time that we get done with these few focuses, we're able to start making money. Then we actually somewhat give money to Chechnya. We get $7.6 billion, so that then we're able to fund one of these plants here. So I think that's the best route, is to get this oil, then go here, then probably go down to this one, so that then we're able to start building up our military. At least that is the plan. Let's let this tick by a day, see how much. Boom. Running a positive of 0.016 billion. That is amazing. Running a positive as this small of a country, our economy is about to just boost rapidly. Like, all these research slots, we're about to just open up any second now. Like, now that we are making money, perfect. We can now make a lot of money. Just this little start is going to be great. Opposition. So here, we're just pretty much making the head of Chechnya, the government that's a emerging outlook type of government, head of Chechnya, pretty much the only political branch, pretty much. That's how we're going to put it. So now we are going to be creating the Kadyrov Police Regiment. I think that's how you say that. Yet again, correct me down in the comments on how to say these Russian names. I really want to know how to, and I'm just too lazy to look them up. Will I be looking up next episode? More than likely, I'll have my research done on how to say these names, unless if somebody wants to just tell them down in the comments to me. So that's going to take 60 days. We're still running a positive, which is really good, because now we are actually starting to make money. We actually didn't have to go into debt. Last time I played, I went right into debt to actually invest just in infrastructure somewhere that would take super quickly. I can't remember where it was. It might have been Uzbekistan. No, it wasn't, because that was 11,000 days. Was it up here? Yeah, it was up here for 417 days. I don't think I'm going to do that this time around. I mean, I might, but I don't think I will. I see, like, we have full fuel now, but we're actually making money off of the fuel exports. Like, if you get fuel, if you have any fuel, you are set. Like, Saudi Arabia, I mean, half the time this game doesn't really know what to do. Like, negative 3.67, when you have all the oil in the world that you could ever imagine, and you're even on globalized trade economy. So there must be something really wrong when you have 203 oil, plus 98 oil, plus another, not 8. So that's like 300, a little over 300 oil to your name, and you just are running a deficit. The AI does not know how to run an economy in this game. It's mind-boggling, honestly. We do have a decision. We could combat foreign influence. Not gonna happen. I mean, should we? Kind of, but will it go down just for us building and stuff like that? Yeah. Like, if Russia were to give us anything, like Lend-Lease wise, we won't accept it just because I don't want to become a puppet of the Russian government. And planes wise, we do have planes. We have third gen light multi-role fighters. Those were actually leftovers from the Chechen War. That let us keep a few, or we just hit a few, and now we have them. So this will actually come really important when we inevitably have to go to the Southern Caucasus and invade and beat them up. Just saying, that's going to become really important, having those planes. So keep them. Don't train them right now, because if you just train them, you're wasting manpower. Increasing consumer confidence. Let's go. Perfect. Wonderful news. And what sucks is that actually you lowered our economy, having an economic boom. That's terrible, but it gives us more stability, more political power, more opportunities. One thing that we need to do here, expected laws. See, for administrative spending, we're 2 above. Police spending, we're 2 above. Defense, we're 1 above. So that's actually one thing that we need to look at, because if they get too radical, they could. This said the Salafist outlook will rise if the protest strength gains, and we have multiple provinces, not just this one of Chechnya. They will more than likely start a civil war. Hasn't happened to me yet, but it easily could. So now we got a fully trained division. This division has just a few ATGMs. It's just a 1 militia, but it's still a fully trained, not fully trained, well-trained, well-equipped division. And now we can do oil regime, which that gets us another unit. So we'll actually have 2 full units that we could more than likely put on the Georgian border. I think that's going to be our first target, is Georgia, and getting the 5 steel that they have, because that would easily give us a lot more money. I think it's the only resources that they got, the 5 steel, and then they have the 59 oil here in Azerbaijan, and then the 9 tungsten in Armenia. So that should be really good. We're not going to be training a division because we could sell our equipment. Like, we have a ton of Russian guns. I think we put some Russian AK-47s onto the market. So how much is that? 860? I think we add some Russian AK-47s to the market. Let's add some RPGs to the market. See if we can get somebody to at least buy these from us. Even though all we can buy is Russian equipment, and I think that's the only people that actually has market access. And then the CSTO. So hopefully somebody decides that they want to buy some equipment from us. Which, being an arms dealer, that should be great too. So like, if we can like talk to Armenia about market access, they probably won't accept it, but we don't know. Yeah, Turkey doesn't want to, Iran doesn't want to. They already got it, they already have it. Tajikistan already gets it because they are also a part of the faction. So yeah, so it's really difficult to get negotiating. Ooh, Russia wants to buy their own equipment? Alright, that's fine with me. One thing that we will be building when we do get our civilian factories is network infrastructure. That actually boosts productivity, which makes your factories work better. Right now we have 41% of people are unemployed. That's bad, so we actually got to get more factories. But not right now, because we're getting 2 more oil for 3 more billion. Uh, yeah, we'll go into debt a little bit. And we get a whole new division. And entire political stuff. And like the elections, just because you know that they were gonna win anyway. So like we gain 150 political power, so not bad. And a ton of other elections just happened. That's great. But now we got more oil. We got 2 more, so we got a total of 4 oil in our state. So now we do, what should I do? Create economic partnerships with Russia. Yeah, and they are still buying our guns. I mean, I really don't care. Boom, done. They purchased them for some reason. I don't know why they bought their own stuff. We got that stuff from them and we just sold it right back to them. Yes, now we actually have a total of five oil in our state. We are making 0.032 billion now with a 4.471 GDP per capita and a 5 billion GDP. We will now start lowering our corruption levels. That should actually bring it up a bit too. Bring it up by 0.2 or 0.1. And yeah, this is a little bit weird on how they just won't let me click on it. Like you have to click on one of the empty ones. You have to get lucky that doesn't click on division. I don't know why that happens, but whatever. So, where are we at here in Chechnya? We are going into 2001. We have just about got everywhere I wanted to this episode, but we are not done yet. I want to at least get 2 more focuses done this episode. There's the Damascus Spring. So I don't know what Syria's gonna do. That doesn't really help me. I can see what they are doing because we're good friends with Russia, and Russia knows what they're doing. That was actually going to be my playthrough, was Syria, but I just found it a little bit boring, especially because of just, like, you have to wait for a while to get that stuff unlocked, the rest of their focus tree. It was either that or the United States, and, like, role play a bit for the United States, and kind of go through a semi-realistic United States playthrough with, the with like Clinton with oh my goodness, um Bush getting elected. I was blanking on his name. Bush getting elected, then Obama, and then Trump, like, and then Biden. I'm pretty sure you can get into somewhere. I just don't know. I think you can. I think it goes out that far. I actually don't know because it's also a new focus tree with a new update. Or it wasn't really new. They just revamped it. So now someone gives money to Chechnya. Thank you very much. We'll be taking that money and using it to build up our own factory. So we're able to start getting a way better economy and GDP per capita, which opens up research slots. But yeah, I just saw Chechnya. I'm like, let's play as them. Okay, guys, so someone gave money to Chechnya. Who knows who that could be? Who gave money to us? I don't know. So we will be rebuilding a power plant. And I will take a short break here. So now we have the electropolit plant. Cooperation with St. Petersburg Enterprise Labs to open up production of production on the territory of our republic. Slight influence doesn't really matter. We lose 7.5 billion, but we actually now have an excess to pay off our debts, and we get a civilian factory. Is it going to be using stuff? No, not yet, sadly. But now we can construct new hydroelectric power dams. But I think that's where we're going to leave it off here, guys. A lot of progress made in episode 1. I thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you stick through all the way through, and I really hope you guys have a great day. And like I said, this will be the longest running episode on the channel. Like I said, 50 subscribers by February, and it will be keep going up from there. Hopefully, we had 1,000 by the end of 2024. That would be crazy to me. But like I said, thank you guys for watching this episode, and I hope you'll have a beautiful and wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.